And a pleasant good evening and welcome to the Miners Memorial Building in the Couplet Arena, Virginia, for tonight's coverage on My 9 Sports featuring the Hibbing Blue Jackets and the Virginia Blue Devils. We're underway from the Couplet Arena. I'm Bob Cohn, along with Reed Larson and our entire Mesabi Community Television production crew. Happy to have you watching tonight right here on public access, or check that on My 9 and also on Mesabi Community TV. Just underway, the puck is in behind the Blue Devil net. That was Ethan Lund trying to control it. Allison now will get it to Willard. Hibbing putting a little pressure on to start. Cabino will dump it in real deep. This is London behind the net to Allison. Boy, they're keeping them pinned back in their own zone there, Reed.
Yeah, just a good little start here for the Hibbing Blue Jackets to get it deep down into the Blue Jackets or the Blue Devil zone here and apply a little bit of forechecking pressure. Blue Devils having a little bit of trouble with that pressure coming at them right now, Bob.
It's Blue Devils, Blue Jackets, so you can hear a lot of blue tonight, and both teams are wearing blue. Hibbing is in their road navy blue uniforms, while the Blue Devils are in their home whites with the blue legging or blue pants, that is.
We'll try not to pull a John Kempinen and call them the Virginia Blue Jackets and the Hibbing Blue Devils, because we might get some hate mail, Bob.
This is Tiedemann in behind Kangas, looking for someone to flip the puck up, try to get it to Flatley. It clears the zone and fired back in by Tristan Babbage. Babbage again with the puck, gets it into neutral ice. Just underway, we're a minute and a half into our opening period, no score. Junior varsity went to Virginia tonight by a score of 6-2. First of two games this week. Thursday night, we'll have another tough game, a very exciting game. We'll be in Hermantown as Grand Rapids Thunderhawks will be taking on the Hermantown Hawks, and that's going to be just a wonderful hockey game.
Well, that's proved to be probably one of the top hockey games, although the people in the Duluth area right now are thinking that the top hockey game is the one that's being played right now between Duluth East and Hermantown. Hasn't been played, and I couldn't tell you the exact amount of years, but I'm going to push closer to a 30-plus year mark that those two teams have not played. That's a big game, and of course, they said 22. I say longer, because I don't think that they played when I was in high school, and that is over 25 years. So with that being said, Grand Rapids and Hermantown are going to be playing on Thursday night. Two of the top teams in the state right now, Hermantown number 1, Grand Rapids number 3, 4-ish in AA.
This is Callister. He'll get it up to Ryan Mannanen. Off his stick into the zone. Now the race is in after it. Cabino will just flip it away. Gets it to Ethan Lund. Now Allison gets bumped off the play. Nemn's trying to fire it back in. In after it is Ethan Lund, but quickly there is Matt Callister of the Blue Devils. Again, Hibbing putting a lot of pressure on and keeping the Blue Devils back on their heels here in the opening couple of minutes of tonight's telecast. Now Eric Sandburn, long pass, it's intercepted by Nemanich, and he has the puck poke checked away. Blue Devils have to tag up on a delayed offside. 13 and a half to go in our opening period. No score from the Couplet Arena. This is Tuesday night hockey, a very cold Tuesday night here in northeastern Minnesota. Nemanich in behind his net. Team's on a line change. He'll get it up to Rudebush. His pass was deflected up into the stands. Almost a nice catch over there on the far side.
Well, a little excitement over there on the Hibbing side of the rink. The configuration in this building and the amount of people in here does not look the same as it normally does for a Blue Devil and Blue Jacket hockey game. Normally, people are hanging from the rafters like we talked about before when Virginia played Evelyn Gilbert. So this doesn't look the same as far as numbers, Bob.
Sheriff put a hard shot on, and goaltender Evan Radovich with the save. Radovich is 2-1 coming into the game on the season. Of course, Ian Kangas in the nets for the Blue Devils. Here's a shot by Peterson over the top of the net. Outlet pass up to Bo Frieder. Frieder and Blake Frieder on the same line, with Keegan Fink in the middle. It's the second unit first unit for Hibbing is Allison with Willard and Lund. The third unit has Lehman, Kemp, and Andrikon. We'll check the Blue Devil lines, which have remained the same all season. Peterson, Scherf, and Rudovich. Headley, Irvin, and Flatley, and Bialke, Carlson, and Manninen. Here's an outlet pass up to Casey Kemp coming in all by himself. Let's go with a shot. Blocker saved by goaltender Kangas. Battling forward in behind the net. Now Flatley will grab the puck. He'll try to clear the zone. Comes back to the point. He's shot right on and a hard save. Shot taken by Nate Rude. Good save by Kangas. Now the Blue Devils will finally clear it out. That's Headley who gets it back into the Hibbing zone. Isaac Flatley now all by himself. He gets knocked off the play on a hard check from Drew Kabina. We expect a good, hard battle tonight. There's going to be a lot of checking, a lot of good, clean checking. Outlet pass up to Kemp. Puck's in center ice where it's grabbed by Ethan Lund. Allison took a whack at it. Right in front of the players' bench, the Hibbing players' bench. This is Bialke with the puck. It's right to the slot area. Intercepting it is Drew Kabina. And here come the Jackets back with an odd man rush. Kabina, cross-ice pass for Willard. A little bit in front of him, and that play did not click. Allison going in after the puck. Now Willard will control it. Willard, the leading scorer. Back to Kabina. His shot wide of the mark. Allison centering pass right on front, and Lund missed it wide. And now it's going to shot the length of the ice, and we're going to take a timeout with 10:41 to go, or 10:38 to go. I guess they waved off the icing. Boy, that looked like it was icing all the way. I'm not sure what happened, and here comes Ethan Lund back. Lund left side, a shot, hit some traffic. Kangas will just clear it away. Well, we haven't had a whistle in a long time. We've got to take a commercial break very, very shortly.
A lot of pressure coming into that Blue Devil end from the Hibbing Blue Jackets.
Good goal! Brendan Peterson scores for the Blue Devils.
Well, nice little play to the net there, and it's really one of only a couple of opportunities that the Blue Devils have had towards the net. It's been all Blue Jackets. But you can see a nice little play to the net there, and it looks like we've got a little bit of a slow play here on our replay. But just in a recap from what I saw from up top, a slow play to the net, to the front of the net, and a rebound, and popped in by the Blue Devils. We'll get a little check on that scoring in just a second.
Time of the goal was 10:50. Brendan Peterson scores for the Blue Devils, and Virginia leads 1-0. Now a shot is deflected. We're going to take a break. 9:56 to go in our opening period. 1-0 Virginia. This is My 9 Sports from the Couplet Arena.
So hopefully on a couple of those guys. You got some talent on the back end.
Well, there's a few of them. We've got puck clears the zone. This is Will Trumpline, puts it right in 6 or something. The team settled down.
Yeah, they settled down a little bit. Maybe got into their groove.
As we come back to action, we got a delayed penalty coming.
Well, delayed penalty called here
Isaac Flatley.
on Flatley, and maybe we can get that replay back. Sounds like we got the replay taken from that goal. Nice little play to the net by Ryan Scherf, and Brennan Peterson was able to bury that thing. Big hit at center ice there, you can see on that replay. Ben Irvin just absolutely lit up at center ice right there. An interference call, I believe, by senior referee Bobby Zelke.
Here's a shot and a save by Kangas. Jackets on the power play. Shot by Lund, save made by Kangas. The puck is loose in the high slot area. Comes back to the point. Kabina now off a skate. And now it goes to the far boards where Nemanich will try to clear it, but it's kept in by the Blue Jackets. This is Ethan Lund's shot right on, and Kangas with another save. Blue Jackets come into tonight's game with an overall record of 3-2-1. The Blue Devils were 4-3. Hibbing's averaging 2.8 goals. They're giving up 4.2, while the Blue Devils scoring 3.6 goals a game and giving up 3.1. Shot taken, it hit Rudabush. It goes to the near corner. 8:40 to go in our opening period. Power play for another minute for the Blue Jackets. Centering pass, nobody home, and it clears the zone. And the Blue Jackets will have to go all the way back in their own end. That's Drew Kabina. Blue Devils on the penalty kill are at 78%. Blue Jackets power play unit is only clicking at 9%. Kept in by Lund. This is Joe Allison, back to Lund. Boy, they had Willard right in front. Puck is loose in front, and it's cleared out of the zone once again by the Blue Devils. 8 minutes to go in our period. Under 30 seconds remaining on this man advantage. 1-0 Virginia. Long pass up to Freider. That's Bo Freider. He's got Blake Freider also on this line again. And it's cleared all the way down. And the Blue Jackets may have a chance for one more rush with 5 seconds to go. But the Blue Devils now are back at full strength as Isaac Flatley back on the ice. Pass right out front, and boy, Freider just could not get the stick on it. Be kept in by Babbage. Here's a pass from Freider. Bo Freider's shot was wide. This is Bo Freider with the puck. Comes back to the point. A hard shot by Eric Sanborn.
Blue Devils finally get the puck out of their zone, and it has been an offensive, I shouldn't say an offensive dominating by the Blue Jackets, but a forechecking domination. They haven't really controlled the puck much in the Blue Devil zone, but there has just been constant pressure in the Blue Devil zone. And of course, we see some stellar goaltending by Ian Kangas.
Here comes Bo Freider all by himself. Freider comes in, and a goal! Bo Freider has tied the game for Hibbing.
Well, great effort on the back check by the Blue Devils, but just not enough to stop Freider from burying his own rebound. He gets the breakaway. He gets a breakaway, just an ill-advised poke check there. He gets his own rebound, a shot. Oh, he actually fanned on it and then gets the second attempt by back checking, and a good hard back check by Callister, but just not enough to pick the stick up of Freider. And it ends up in the back of the net behind Ian Kangas, which you don't see too much of.
Here's the Blue Devils attacking, and Radovich got a stick on the first shot. Now the next shot got deflected. Lehman up the boards. They try to clear it out. Blue Devils keep it in along the far boards. Here's a shot deflected high and wide, and we're going to take a break with 6:14 to go in our first period. 1-1 Virginia and Hibbing from the Breed Cupoletti Arena in Virginia.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5.
Six minutes to play in our opening period. In behind the net with the puck was Tiedemann. Now they come back to Lamorier, gives it back to Tiedemann. Peterson up to Scherf. He'll dump it in the zone. Now the race after it. Sandberg shoots it off the back wall. Kabina into center ice. Oh, nice defensive play by Tiedemann.
Well, turning into a pretty physical hockey game, Bob. and I don't know that anybody could have came here or turned on the television expecting anything different than a physical hockey game between the Blue Devils and the Blue Jackets. If you figured that it was going to be anything other than that, you're dead wrong.
Come the Blue Jackets back. This is Allison. In behind the net is Bo Frieder. He got the tying goal for the Blue Jackets. Long pass off a skate. Controlled by the Blue Jackets. Back to the point. Here's a shot deflected high up into the netting. Again, junior varsity 6-2 Virginia tonight.
Yeah, nice game by a couple of the junior varsity Blue Devils. Justin Lind with the hat trick in the JV game, just burying them.
And there weren't enough students here so they could throw the hats out on the ice.
Oh, they can't do that anymore.
Yep.
They can't have the students here anymore.
Yep, very few can come in.
So I stand corrected. Sometimes I let my pride get in the way of things, Bob. I just assume that I listen to things and I hear things. And, I was in high school back in the late 90s, right? And I don't ever remember Hermantown and Duluth East playing, probably because Hermantown wasn't very good back then. They weren't fantastic in 95, 96, 97, so you didn't hear about it. But in about 98 or 99 is when they kind of started to pick things up for their program, and they've been dominating ever since. So I just looked it up. I looked it up online. John, you down at the station, you are 100% right. It's been 22 years since February of 1999 that Duluth East and Hermantown have played. So tonight is the first night in 22 years.
And next week, East comes in here to play the Virginia Blue Devils, and I think the last time that happened was during a playoff game, and this was back in the 90s also.
Well, this could have been 91 back when it was, or 92. No, it had to be 91 or earlier, back when there was only one class. Because Virginia has always been Class A since it's been Class A, and Duluth East has always been Double A.
That was a great game. It was Scotty McKee playing the nets for the Blue Devils, and they won, I think it was 3-2 or 4-3. Just an exciting game. I was up in that radio booth doing the play-by-play.
That's back when you called games up in the radio booth up there.
Yep.
And now you just have some of the legends get to sit up there right now.
Yep.
My good friend Mike Sertich.
Puck is in behind that Blue Devil net. Willard looks to center it. Power play for the Blue Jackets. Says Lund. And whiffing on it was Kabina. Boy, Blue Devils almost got a call there, a tripping call. As Kabina was pulled down, looked like could have been a call. Blue Jackets for another minute and 20 on the man advantage. Under 3.5 to go in our opening period. 1-1 Virginia and Hibbing. Willard gets a pass right in the slot area. Now it's intercepted. Here comes Ben Irvin back all by himself on the short. He works his way in, shoots it over the top of the net. Now Lund will try to hit Bo Frieder. That does not click. Picking it up is Flatley for Virginia. In behind the net where it's grabbed. Here comes Allison out of the zone. We got a penalty coming behind the play. We're going to take a break. 2:56 to go here in our opening period. 1-1 Virginia and Hibbing.
Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey Mom, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging, everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
Well, a Hibbing penalty, and the player, we didn't see the number yet, just got a double minor. It's going to be a 4-minute penalty.
Well, a little behind the play type of penalty. Trip Ben Irvin coming back, going the other direction, and then he wasn't a real happy camper going back to the penalty box and threw his gloves and stick and helmet and got teed up by referee Bobby Zelke. They didn't give him a 10-minute misconduct, but they give him a double minor, which could potentially hurt even worse because now they can score a couple of times, and usually that 10-minute misconduct is just him sitting down for 10 minutes and a 2-minute penalty. So
it was called on Ethan Lund, and he was just lucky that he didn't get a 10-minute. He just slammed his stick again, and one of the referees looked at him. So the teams are skating 4 aside for 25 seconds, and then Virginia's going to have a 3+ minute man advantage. They can score as many goals during that time. Here's a show deflected right off Tiedemann.
Bounce in front of Ian Kangas there. That thing, that could have taken a bounce or two in very ill-advised direction and end up in your net real quick when that happens.
All they say is that puck had eyes on it.
Yeah. That means it found its way to the net on its own.
2 minutes to play in our opening period. Blue Devils on the power play. Blue Jackets setting back up in their penalty kill. Not a good pass, and Cabina would just dump it right back in. Blue Devils on the power play this year, 12.5%. Penalty kill for Hibbing is 76%.
So neither one really clicking at a real high percentage. You know, I was talking about the statistics when it comes down to power play and penalty kill. Your team is clicking at good special teams if your penalty kill percentage plus your power play percentage can equal 100 or more. So if you're at 20% on the power play and 80% on the penalty kill, that's pretty good. Most teams would say you need to be about 88 to 90% on the penalty kill, and you're phenomenal if you got a 30% or pretty close on the power play.
There was a good hard shot there from Callister, but Radovich saw it all the way and makes the save, and the puck now is fired out of play. Flying puck. You got to be careful down in that scores table. I think a couple years ago, Johnny Hockey took one right off the side of his ear.
Yeah, he did take one off the side of his head there.
Hopefully the new arena will have something over the scores table. Coming up on our final minute of the opening period, Blue Devils will stay on the power play into the second period. Kangas will drop it off. Getting in there quickly is Callister. Now Ryan Scherf comes in and grabs the puck for the Blue Devils. Peterson gives it back to Scherf. This is Nemanich coming in. Drops it back to Callister. Right to the slot area. The puck is loose, and it's picked up by Connor Willard. Willard's got Allison trailing. Here's Willard walking in, and Allison just could not pull the trigger. 25 seconds to go in our period. Allison now will just carry it back out. He'll give it to Sanborn. And the Blue Jackets will use some more of the clock. We're down to 15 seconds to go in this first period. Shot the length of the ice, and looks like our first period is going to come to an end with a 1-1 score, although icing is called on the Blue Devils, and again, a defensive zone faceoff for Virginia.
Well, they could try to set up something special down here, although they've only got 4 on the rink, so I don't know how you're going to be able to set anything too crazy up right now. But, you know, sometimes you can spot an extra guy down in front of the net, quick pull it back and get a shot and a screen. Nothing hurts, and especially now. Now you got, you know, almost 3 seconds. You could run a quick shot to the net if it were inside the zone. Looks like they're coming out to the neutral zone dot.
One second to go, and our clock is going to run out. We've played 17 minutes of hockey. Teams are deadlocked at 1-1, and we'll have more from the Copeland Arena after this timeout.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5. Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey Mom, you know, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging, everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
Good morning, officer.
Morning. How's it going today, ma'am?
I just want you to know, I love this city. I can always find a parking place, and I never have to parallel park. Look here, every car is bunched up over on that side of the street, so it makes it really easy for me to park. And what's so odd is that yesterday, every car was on that side of the street.
Well, ma'am.
Oh, just call me Yvette. And what was your name?
I'm Chad. It's nice to meet you, Yvette. Calendar parking is why all these cars are on this side of the street. Here in Virginia, we have calendar parking, so that way the cars are on the right side, so that way it makes it a little easier. So now, on an even day, you would park on the even side of the street as the addresses. So you see these house numbers over here all have even numbers. So on an even day, you park on that side. On an odd day, you would park on the same side of the street as the odd number houses. So during the winter months of November through April, we try to make sure that cars are parked on the even or odd side of the street, depending on the calendar day.
So you're gonna give me a ticket? I thought you were so nice.
I am nice, and I'll tell you why I'm nice. Because the Virginia Police Department, when calendar parking is followed, it ensures that our city crews can get out and plow all the roadways after a major snow event. Also, it makes it a lot safer for all the pedestrians and all other traffic in the area. Besides that, many of the streets in Virginia are narrow, so when it comes to emergency vehicles getting through, it's nice to have all the vehicles parked on the right side of the roadways, so ambulances, fire trucks, squad cars, even just regular vehicles can get through.
I am so sorry. I didn't know.
Can I tell you something else?
Yes, I know. Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
What I was going to say is actually during the summer months, calendar parking changes a little bit. We try to make it a little easier for everybody. So from the months of May through October, you only have to worry about switching sides every 2 weeks. So on the first of the month, you make sure that you park on the odd side of the street. And on the evening of the 16th, you swap over to the even side of the street for the rest of the month. And just one more thing.
Yes?
How about you move your vehicle to the proper side of the street and we'll call it even.
Oh, I could just hug you. Can I hug you?
No, ma'am. But you need to know that calendar parking always starts the previous evening. So at 6 p.m. the previous night, you always park for the very next day.
Call me Yvette.
Thank you, Yvette.
And welcome back to the Bree Coupelet Arena in Virginia. The Zamboni making a couple more swipes around. I'm Bob Cohn with Reed Larson and our entire Mesabi community production crew with us tonight. Penalties in the first period. Each team had 4 minutes worth of penalties. Virginia had 2 penalties for 4, while Hibbing just had 1 man go off for 4 minutes. The saves in the first period, Ian Kangas in the Virginia net had 7, and Evan Radovich in the nets for Hibbing had 5 saves. Let's take a look now at the scoring in our opening period. At 6:50, Brendan Peterson scored his 5th goal of the season, giving the Blue Devils a 1-0 lead.
A nice little play here by Ryan Scherf. Comes into the zone, picks up a loose puck. Little dipsy doodle around the Blue Jacket defender, and just kind of throws a Hail Mary right to the front of the net. And Brendan Peterson is there to pop that thing to the back of the net. Nice little play.
Excuse me, Reed. That made it 1-0. But then Hibbing at 10:19, loose puck right at the blue line, and Bo Freider gets his third of the year.
Yeah, Freider with a nice pressure on Callister at the blue line there, and Callister kind of, maybe a little ill-advised poke check, but Freider kind of sticks with it. He's got the breakaway with Tommy Nemnich following him, and he fans on it, and then kind of gets the extra shot at it, ends up in the back of the net.
Boy, and you know what, Reed, of all nights, not have all of our equipment working here. I even combed my hair. I put on a beautiful tie. I've got a red shirt on. And our equipment's not working tonight.
You jinxed it. What did you comb your hair for, Bob?
I know. I should never have taken my hat
I don't know
off.
what you did that for, but you ruined everything.
Anyways, other games on tap for tonight in boys hockey. Duluth East and Hermantown are meeting. Denfeld is in Cloquet tonight. It's Brainerd at Grand Rapids, and you said you had a score on that game.
Yeah, as of right now, Brainerd, Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids was at the end of the first period 1-0, Grand Rapids over Brainerd 1-0. Just kind of with like 2 minutes left in that period. I'll get some more updates as my Bantam assistant coach is at the game watching.
We had a score. Duluth Marshall is over Ely 8-0, third period. And one other boys game, International Falls, is at the North Shore tonight. Girls hockey, 3 games on tap over at the Hippodrome. You've got Moose Lake area taking on Eveleth, or I believe that's over in Hoyt Lakes. Maybe I'm not really sure on that one. Denfeld is in Hibbing tonight to meet the Blue Jackets, and Proctor Hermantown is hosting Duluth Marshall. That should be a good game tonight, as both of those teams are state ranked. In fact, looking at those rankings in girls hockey, you've got Proctor Hermantown in Class A is number 3, and Duluth Marshall is number 12 in girls hockey. Boys hockey, Grand Rapids is number 6, and we're going to have a chance to see them taking on the number 1 in Class A. That's Hermantown Hawks on Thursday night. And
that's going to be one heck of a matchup, Bob. It's, I might be just a little bit biased as to who I'd like to see win that one, but I really want to see a good hockey game. And I think, in the Northland, you're not going to see a better game than those two battling each other. To be honest, I think tonight is probably a pretty good game. We're at the Heritage Center between Duluth East and Hermantown, because as much offensive power as they have there with Hermantown, you've got Mike Randolph being able to do what he does with his kids and can shut down.
So we'll take a final timeout between the periods. Teams are coming back on the ice, and we'll have second period action coming your way in a couple minutes.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey, Mom, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging. Everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
Guys, you got some talent on the back end.
Well, there's a few of them. We've got puck clears the zone. This is Will Trumpline, puts it right in 6 or something. The team settled down.
Yeah, they settled down a little bit. Maybe got into their groove.
As we start the second period, Virginia will be on the power play for 1 minute. Teams are deadlocked at a goal apiece. Peterson gets it up to Rudebush. He gets stopped by Blake Freider. Now carrying it in is Callister. He'll drop it back to Nemanich. Cross ice, it goes to Rudebush right out in front. Not able to get a stick down with Scherf. Back to the point. Nemanich with a wrister wide of the mark.
Well, that was a bullet, Bob. He had some heat on that one.
Now Scherf carries the puck in behind the net. Goes to the far side, gets it back to Nemanich. Here's a blast. It hits some metal. Comes to the near side. In behind the net, 16 minutes to play in our second period. Just a couple of minutes remaining on this Manovich. Here's another shot and a save by Radovich.
Boy, I don't know that either. You had two guys lay down to block that shot, but I'm not sure either one of those two guys actually wanted to get hit by it. I mean, look at this. Look at it. They both lay down in front of it, but they're like, please, please, don't let it hit me. He's unleashed just a couple of absolute cannons. One of them dented the iron over on the side over there. Tommy with a couple of big power play boomers.
Looks like we got an injured Blue Devils. It looks like it's the linesman who's over. It looks like Vicky Foston has some equipment issues.
Oh, she got a stick up on the chin there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll bet you that's what happened because she's touching up her lip. She must have got a stick up high when she was dropping the puck.
Carrying it in is Tiedemann, but then it's poke checked away. Flatley will put it into the zone. Hibbing able to kill off that 3+ minute power play for the Blue Devils.
Well, that's a big kill for them. Not only is that a lot of time where you're shorthanded consecutively for 3.5 minutes there, but they also had one of their top guys in the box for that period of time too, and likely one of the guys that contributes offensively for them in Ethan Lund.
So we have icing called on the Blue Jackets. Face off back in the Hibbing end. We're going to have Hibbing on twice more. We've got the Blue Jackets when they go to Cloquet, and then we'll have them on the rematch game over at the Memorial Building to close out our My9 schedule on March 11th. Come the Blue Jackets breaking away into the zone is Bo Freider. Gets bumped off the plate. A nice check by Tyler Lamourier.
Well, the game started off in the first period, Bob, with a lot of bodies being tossed around, a hard forecheck by the Blue Jackets. And then a couple of penalties called, a little chippiness, a little attitude issues, and now it kind of just settled down a little bit. Not a lot of bodies at the moment.
In the neutral ice was Tiedemann. It was poke checked away from him by Blake Freider. That was Kemp in after it for the Blue Jackets. Kemp now centers a pass, cleared away by Bialke from the slot. Here's Sandberg's shot, hit a skate. Back to the point, hard shot by Cabina. And Blue Devils finally able to get it out, but the Blue Jackets will put it right back in again. Lamourier just fires at the length of the ice. He'll get an icing. Good move by Tyler to get some fresh legs out.
Yeah, you get pinned in for a little bit, running around back and forth. Sometimes, players will talk about this. It's no fun to play in your defensive zone. You know why? Because it's hard work. You have to stop and start. You have to block shots. You have to take body, and it's tiring. You got to get that puck out when you're pinned in down there sometimes. Sometimes you just got to clear it.
As they always say, get the puck out of here as quickly as you can.
Careful.
Yep, in behind the net. That's Nemenich took a whack at it. Keeping in is A.J. Lehman. Now Nemenich will shoot it to this near side. Callister gets it up the boards. Again, it's kept in. Peterson tries to clear it. Now Peterson comes away with the puck. Peterson with Rudebush on his left. Gives it to Rudebush. Centering pass right on front, and Scherf was all tied up in the slot area.
Nice little dipsy doodle there by Brennan Peterson. Just a little stick handle. Moves it to the middle of the rink, but no shot on net. It looked cute, but it would have looked a lot cuter if there would have been a shot at the end of that.
Puck is in that slot area. Casey Kemp now shoots it in behind to Sanborn. Back to Kemp of the Blue Jackets. Flips it up the boards, and it'll be kept in by the Blue Devils. Right near the blue line. And finally, it'll be Willard try to clear it. Now Willard will pick up the puck. Here come the Blue Jackets. Check that. Coming into the zone now is Lehman. Here's another shot. And I think Kangas may have gotten a deflection. Back to the point. Blue Jackets now putting some pressure on right out in front. Now the puck gets deflected in behind the net. That was Lund. Now Willard will grab the puck. Gives it back to Ethan Lund. To the slot area. Nobody at home but the Blue Devils. Flatley Up to Ben Irvin. He gets triple teamed, and it's cleared back into neutral ice. Nemnich took a whack at it. Where's the puck? Looked like it may have touched the player. No whistle at all. Come the Blue Jackets attacking once again. This is Nate Rude. Now it's dumped in deep in the Blue Devils zone. Coming up on 12 and a half minutes to go in our second period. 1-1 hockey game. Each team with a goal in the first period. Nemnich shoots it along the boards. It'll be kept in deep by Babbage of the Blue Jackets.
It's pretty sloppy right now, Bob.
Yep.
Just a lot of batting it around right now.
Here's a shot. It hit the side of the net. Comes back to the point for Rude.
A decent forecheck and okay puck control by the Blue Jackets, but time for the Blue Devils to get it out so we can all take a timeout.
Timeout on the ice, 11:57 to go in our second period. My 9 Sports from the Brie Cupoletti Arena in Virginia.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey Mom, you know, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging. Everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
Guys, you got some talent on the back end.
A few of them. We've got puck clears the zone. This is Will Trumpline, puts it right in 6 or something. The team settled down.
Yeah, they settled down a little bit. Maybe got into their groove.
Puck gets dumped in the Hibbing zone. Cabina shoots it along the boards, tries to get it to Blake Frieder, but it'll be kept in by Lamourier to the side of the net, and Elijah Carlson had an open net and just could not convert. Now Cabina into center ice once again. Coming in is Blake Frieder. Drops it for Bo Frieder on the backhand, right on front of the net. And a save by Kagas. Oh, good chance for the Blue Jackets. Just over 11 minutes to play here in our second period. Blue Devils coming back. This is Manning. Oh, he takes a big check from Eric Sanborn. Gets rammed into the boards. Now Cabina clears the zone. Tyler Lamourier, long pass, off man and in skate. Those forwards will head to the bench. Blue Devils will bring out their top line. Coming in, a shot, easy shot for Kangas and Sanborn on Sanborn's shot. 10:38 to play in our second period, 1-1 hockey game. So Blue Devils going now with Scherf, Peterson, and Rudebush. Jackets going with Kemp, Lehman, and Andercon. Blue Devils have their first line matched up with the Hibbing third line. Shot along the backboards. This was Sanborn. Here's winding up. I thought he was going to take a shot with Scherf, and bumped off the play was Andercon, and it's back in center ice. Blue Jackets have to tag up as Kemp puts it into the Virginia end. Now Peterson gives it to Callister. Nemnich off Scherf, and this will be icing called against Virginia.
Well, all updates that I'm getting from over at the IRA Civic Center, there was a lot that happened at the end of the first period. My last report said 1-0 Grand Rapids with like 3 minutes or something left in the game. And then you got a goal from Brainerd. Then you got another one from Grand Rapids, another one from Brainerd, and now Grand Rapids apparently is up 4-2 at the end of the first period. So a lot more action in that hockey game than usually happens against Grand Rapids. They haven't given up more than one goal in a game yet. So hats off to Brainerd for popping 2 past Wyatt Pilkington.
And Saturday, Brainerd played Hermantown 6-1 for Hermantown. So, again, that's just matching up that big game on Thursday night.
Absolutely.
Here's a shot to goal! Beautiful pass, cross ice. The Blue Jackets score. I think it's Connor Willard getting the goal for Hibbing.
Well, and that's what you have to do here. If you're the Hibbing Blue Jackets, you have to find a way to drive that dot lane hard to the net. You got Ethan Lund coming down on the wide side. He fires it to the net, but what's really interesting and what's the perfect play is going right straight down the middle of the ice by number 10, Connor Willard, hard to the net, and he just bangs that thing past Ian Kangas. Didn't even have a chance at that one. That's how you pop a goalie that's been hot, is by going hard to the net. Good play by Connor Willard, and even a fantastic pass across the goal mouth by Ethan Lund.
So that's his 6th goal of the season, and the Blue Jackets have taken a 2-1 lead on Virginia. Now Allison will get it back to Willard, gets it back to the point. Battling along the near boards, and Flatley will pick up the puck for Virginia. Off Headley's stick, deep into the zone. Lehman shoots it up the boards for Willard. Cross ice for Lund, a little bit behind Ethan Lund. Blue Jackets have to go back in their own end and set up. Coming in is Lund, try to get it to Allison. Jackets will try it again, and again they have to tag up, but this time the forwards are going to the bench on a line change. This is Headley. Shot goes high and wide of the mark. It'll be kept in, and now it's cleared back out of the zone. Lamourier took a whack at it, comes to the slot area, and it's just cleared away. Kangas is down. Oh, what a save by Kangas. Another good chance for the Blue Jackets.
Big body in front of the net by Braden Tiedemann. Knocks over number 26, Fink. It kind of flattens him down. I've been bugging my players, my Bantam players, for quite a while to, I don't know why that guy is still standing in front of our goalie. Start knocking guys over. That's the perfect example. He was in front of the goalie. He got knocked over. Bottom line.
This is a good period for the Blue Jackets. They lead 2-1, and they've seemed to carry most of the play in this period. Comes back to the point. Babbage, cross ice pass to Sandberg. A shot right out in front, and Kangas is down. And we've got an icing, and we're going to take a timeout from the Coupe Lady Arena. 7:26 to go in the second. 2-1 Hibbing.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5. Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports, and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey Mom, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging, everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
In behind that Hibbing net, the Blue Jackets getting a little pinned in their own end, but finally they do break it out. That's Kemp. Kemp will pick it up again. High slot area. Kemp shot, and another save by Kangas.
Nice little cut across the middle by Kemp there to just kind of get it to the middle and get a shot going across the grain. Those shots going across the grain like that are really difficult for goalies to pick up where it's going to go.
We got a penalty coming. It's a Virginia penalty. It's going to be on Flatley. A cross-check penalty.
Well, we're definitely getting some fan opinion as far as the call. Bobby can handle that. Troy Scott, he can handle that. Wouldn't be the first time they've heard that before.
You know, it's easy sitting up here and seeing things, but down on the ice, the speed of the game.
You know, I've done that a couple of times before just as a coach. Sometimes you get that from a parent or whatever, or, you know, maybe a referee could do the same thing. It's like just turn around and hold your whistle.
Here's a shot from Fair, another shot, a goal! Joe Allison scores a power play, 11 seconds.
Well, that's all you really need right there is a quick shot, and now you've got some momentum, Bob. Blue Jackets on the power play, and they've just absolutely dominated this period. But on the power play and a shot to the net, little goal mouth pass and a shot to the net, but it's that net front presence by Joe Allison, and he picks up that garbage in front of Ian Kangas. Really difficult when that guy's just going to be able to stand there by himself and just pop in any rebound. But good puck movement on that power play, Bob, and Joe Allison able to pick up that rebound in front.
So it's 3-1 Blue Jackets. Into center ice, off Headley's skate. Blue Jackets have been just a step quicker this period than the Blue Devils. Now taken away by Headley. His shot hit the side of the net. Headley in behind the net battling for the puck. Now Willard kept in by Tiedemann of the Blue Devils. Sanborn shoots it along the boards. Up to Lund. Now Allison will put it in. Here comes Ethan Lund in. A shot was just wide. Boy, that next goal is going to be a huge one in this hockey game.
Well, this has been a really big period for the Blue Jackets.
Shot by Kabin, another goal!
Well, that was
Check
a
that,
shot.
Sandberg.
That was a shot from Sandburn that went off of, it looked like Lemorier's skate in front of the net. It was just a shot in the direction of the net and hit a skate. That's just, it's a good play to get the shot to the net, but just kind of bad luck on the part of the Blue Devils. He's in the right position, but you can see a shot, and you missed it. It was in the corner of the screen, but it went right off of Lemorier's foot and in. Feel bad for that kid because he's in the right position. But I'll tell you what, shot by Sanborn, just put it on net. Put it in the direction sometimes that when it's your night, it's your night. Blue Jackets, so far, it's been their period.
What a period for the Blue Jackets. They've got 3 so far, and they've taken a 4-1 lead on Virginia. Puck gets put back into the Hibbing end. Nate Root in behind the net for the Blue Jackets, off the boards. Coming in is Fink, right to the goal mouth, and it's cleared away from the slot area.
We don't see very often, especially this year because it's been such a great year with Ian Kangas, but you don't see very often where there's 4 goals on the board that have gone past Ian Kangas.
It'll be kept in. A shot deflected in front. Another whack at it. That was Freider taking a couple whacks at it. Blake Freider. And Kangas will get a whistle.
Well, I'll tell you, at that 5-minute or so mark where that last goal was scored, third one of the period, that if it wasn't so late in the period, you'd almost consider taking a timeout if you're Coach Cale Finseth. But late in the period, you're thinking, let's get out of this period and get to the locker room. But, you know, if it's early in the period, 10 minutes remaining, 12 minutes remaining, you might want to take a timeout and see if you can regain your composure.
Sheriff carried it into the zone, then gets knocked down. The puck is shot along the boards. Lemorier, cross-ice pass for Tiedemann. He'll keep in the zone. This is Brennan Peterson. Peterson gets a pass back. He'll carry it in behind the net. Peterson has a lone goal so far. From the point, Tiedemann's shot hit a Blue Jacket in front. And now here comes Hibbing back. This is Casey Kemp into the Virginia end, gets bumped off the play by Tyler Lamourier. Kemp will continue to battle for it in behind that Virginia net. 4 minutes to play in our second period, a period dominated by the Blue Jackets. In his own end, controlling it is Lehman. Up the boards, goes all the way back in the Virginia end.
Well, the physicality's picking up now, Bob. A lot of bodies and a lot of excitement.
Here's Lund. Oh, he gets turned away. A nice play by Tiedemann. Otherwise, he was all alone in on Kangas. Here's a shot and a glove save, and it's dropped. They'll continue to play. Coming up on 3.5 minutes to go. Now it's intercepted by Rudebush. Gets knocked off the play, and it's back into center ice. Hibbing's just done a great job on the Blue Devils. They've just dominated this play.
Well, they've taken advantage of their chances, Bob, but they've really, since then, since they've started to pop a couple in, have become really excited. Momentum has been going in their direction.
Let's take a break with 3:12 to play in our second period. My 9 Sports coming to you from the Brie Cupoletti Arena in Virginia.
Guys, you got some talent on the back end.
Well, a few of them. We've got puck clears the zone. This is Will Trumpline, puts it right in 6 or something. The team settled down.
Yeah, they settled down a little bit. Maybe got into their groove.
As we get back to action, the Blue Devils put a shot right in on Radovich, and Evan with the easy save.
Yeah, he hasn't been tested this period too much. There has been one opportunity or two come from the point. One hit the pipe, another couple of shots by Tommy Nemnich, but nothing that has been real pressing for opportunities for the Blue Devils to score this period.
Nemnich will clear it out into neutral ice. Rudebush took a whack at it. Now here come the Blue Devils trying to come in. Nice defensive play, though, by Kabina. Here's Drew Kabina going left side. He gets hammered into the boards, just shoots it now to this near side where Blake Freider after it. Finally, it's picked up by Ben Irvin. Try to get it to Madden, and now Headley will grab it. Didn't get much stick on that one with 2:10 to go in our period. Here's Allison with the puck. He gets bumped off the play by Tyler Lamourier. Now Babbage shoots it along the boards to the far side. Mannon will control it for the Blue Devils. He had it poke checked away. Shot from the point. Here's another shot and a save. Boy, otherwise Connor Willard had another one there. Big save by Kangas.
Connor Willard almost opportunistic in front of the net there. He was in the right spot at the right time, had a nice little rebound, and I think Ian Kangas is thanking his lucky stars that didn't go in with 2 minutes remaining in the period.
4-1 Blue Jackets. They've put up a 3 spot here in this period.
It's been a really sloppy defensive zone for the Blue Devils, but have to give credit where credit is due. The Blue Jackets have played them very physical on their forecheck, and as you can hear in the middle of my conversation, the glass and boards getting rattled, and that is due to the forecheck of the Blue Jackets. You had a pinching defenseman, which I believe was Sanborn, stepping down and just absolutely pasting the guy to the boards. And that's been the story of the period.
Coming up on our final 70 seconds of the second period, they are really hitting. This has been a physical period for the Blue Jackets. Now a little extracurricular activity. Frustration's starting to set in, and you know there's some chirping going on.
Well, there's chirping, but you don't even need to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, right now the chirping would just be me pointing at the scoreboard if I were Hibbing, and I don't think Hibbing's chirping, to be honest. I think it's coming from a frustrated Blue Devil crew right now. They're frustrated because they're getting bumped. It's no fun to play defense the whole game. And it's no fun to get popped in the defensive zone like they're getting popped every shift. So you can see the frustration setting in, and that is going to equal a frustration penalty if the Devils don't calm down a little bit.
Nate Rude fires it in for the Blue Jackets. Callister cannot control it. Blake Frieder, back to the point of shot, another shot, and a save by Kangas. Boy, I'm looking forward to seeing those saves here in this period because it has been very much one-sided.
Well, it's been a shooting gallery, hasn't it? It's been shot after shot, and the one thing that I can say about Ian Kangas this period is the rebounds have kind of sat right down in front of him, whereas normally his rebound control, he's aiming those things towards the corners, right? And you haven't seen that as much this period. So the rebound control hasn't been as good. I'll probably get an update from goalie coach Derek Peterson real quick. He'll have a dissection of what happened this period, and I can't wait to hear it, DP.
25 seconds to go in this period, and the puck is shot to length of the ice. No icing. Callister got there just ahead of Blake Frieder. Now a long pass up for Brendan Peterson. Flatley, let's go with a shot, high and wide of the mark. And Virginia will take the puck back into neutral ice. 5 seconds to go in our period. The clock is going to run out on the second period, and the Blue Jackets, with a big period, have taken a 4-1 lead over the Virginia Blue Devils. We'll take a break. We'll come back and get ready for our final 17 minutes of hockey action. Once again, our score after 2, Hibbing 4 and Virginia 1.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5.
Guys, you got some talent on the back end.
Well, there's a few of them. We've got puck clears the zone. This is Will Trumpline puts it right in 6 or something. The team settled down.
Yeah, they settled down a little bit. Maybe got into their groove.
Okay, welcome back to the Brie Couplet Arena. I'm Bob Cohn with Reed Larson. It's 4-1 Blue Jackets after 2 periods. In that period, there was only 1 penalty. It was called on the Blue Devils. It took the Blue Jackets 11 seconds to capitalize on that power play. Shots in that period, the Blue Jackets outshot the Blue Devils 18-5 in that period. Kangas made 15 saves. He's got 22 saves after 2 periods, while Evan Radovich only had 5 saves. He now has 10 saves in the hockey game. It was 1-1 after the first period. Peterson scored for the Blue Devils. Bo Frieder scored for the Blue Jackets. And then let's get to our second period. At 7:34, number 10, Connor Willard, scored his 6th goal of the year.
Connor Willard just going hard to the net. He drives what coaches like to call the dot lane. He's hard through the middle of the rink to the net. You got Ethan Lund, who just throws what I call a Hail Mary to the net. And it was just one-time shot, finds the opening. Connor Willard, back of the net.
Then at 10:25, after a Blue Devil penalty, it only took Joe Allison and the Blue Jackets 11 seconds.
Yeah, controversial because we had some barking and yelling to the right of us over here, Bob, but we didn't see anything wrong with the call, but we saw a great power play here, pass across, and I can't see in the corner of the screen who that was that threw it at the net, but it doesn't matter because Joe Allison in front was opportunistic for the rebound, and he just buried that thing.
And then the final goal of the period was at 11:15. Eric Sanborn from the point. And let's see how the 4th Hibbing goal looked.
Well, when you work hard, you get good luck, okay? Hard work creates good luck. And all he did was throw this at the net, but it hits Lamourier right in the skate and accidentally directs it into the back of the net. You know what, Bob, I say this all the time, and I'll repeat myself again. When you work hard, you create your own luck. And they're outworking the Blue Devils in the offensive zone. Blue Devils are running around chasing pucks down there. They're not able to control the puck in their own zone. And I'll tell you, that physicality that the Blue Jackets are having against those guys right now is creating their offensive chances.
Both of these teams will have games this week yet. Both teams will play against Greenway, Nashua, Keewatin. The Blue Devils will be in Coleraine on Thursday night. Meanwhile, the Raiders will be at the Memorial Building on Friday night to meet the Blue Jackets. So that's the upcoming games for both of these teams.
Couple of updates here, Bob. I got an update from Grand Rapids is up right now on Brainerd 6-2. That's into the second period. I just have an update on my Twitter feed here from Carl East, who is sending tweets out for the Hermantown Duluth East game right now. After 2 periods, Hermantown leads Duluth East 4-1.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen, but
shots are 27-11 Hawks.
Yeah. They're a machine, and we're going to get a chance to see them on Thursday night as the Halloween Machine from Grand Rapids will be at the Hermantown Ice Arena to take on the Hawks. We'll get ready for our final 17 minutes of hockey from the Brie Coupolette Arena. The Blue Jackets over the Blue Devils by a score of 4-1.
The P.S. Engman Agency is a family-owned business that has served the area with compassion and quality service for over 100 years. We are grateful for their fine support of Blue Devil Sports on Channel 5.
Both teams have returned to the ice, and we're just about set to start our final period of hockey action from the Brie Coupolette Arena, the Miners Memorial Building in Virginia.
I'm just trying to see, like, staring across the rink over to the Blue Devil bench to see if there's any steam coming off of Coach Cale Finseth's head after he comes in from out of the locker room. I can't imagine that the conversation with his team was very quiet or nice. He's a passionate coach. He knows what to expect. And the previous games, Bob, that we have called of the Blue Devils, they have worked harder. They have been more physical. They've gotten more chances to the net. So the expectation, I think, right now is well below Coach Finseth's expectation for effort.
I agree with you. You know, I've seen most of their games this year, and that was not a good period of hockey for the Blue Devils.
No, it wasn't. But give credit where credit is due. Yep. I think that Hibbing was able to capitalize on their opportunities as well as control the momentum with their physicality.
Puck is deep in the Blue Devil end once again. Half a minute into our final period. Now Peterson comes out with the puck. Scherf is after it. He's got Flatley on his right. Pass goes to Flatley, and a nice defensive play by Drew Cabina of the Blue Jackets. Now Lund will grab the puck, and he'll cross-ice pass goes for Connor Willard. He just turns back in his own end as the Blue Jackets are changing their forwards. In fact, they're changing all 5 of their players that are on the ice. Back in their own end is Tristan Babbage. Right now, they just got to keep the puck in neutral ice or keep it in deep in the Blue Devil end with a 3-goal lead.
Well, right now they just need what we all coaches like to call puck possession. You just want to stay in possession of the puck. Don't do anything dumb with the puck. Don't try to get it and play outside your game, try to get cutesy. You get it out of the zone, you get it deep, and as much as you can, possess the puck.
Rudebush dumps it into the zone. Looked like the Blue Devils have made a change in the lines. They brought Flatley up to the first line and put Rudebush down now with Headley and Irvin. Centering pass right to the side of the net, and the puck is frozen there. And we're 1 second from 2 minutes into our final period.
Well, and sometimes, Bob, sometimes a little mix-up, a little switcheroo in the locker room with the lines is enough to maybe juggle the guys' minds a little bit. It seems to me that they're half asleep right now. And, a little bit better start than they had than last period. They actually got in and have wheeled around a little bit and bumped a couple guys. But I think let's not call it they've woken up yet. They need to get something going here.
Radovich will just cover up and get a face-off. You had Logan Bialke, or check that. You had Elijah Carlson bearing in. Now the Blue Devils will go back to that first line once again. Sheriff, Peterson, and Flatley.
Well, it seems to me they're going to come back to this line quite often.
Shot from Tiedemann. That was off Lehman. And Lehman will come away with it for the Blue Jackets. Off the boards, takes a bump from Tiedemann, slows him down. Andrikon was after it. Sandberg takes a check. And now here come the Blue Devils, 2-on-1. Flatley goal! Isaac Flatley.
Well, that was a good shot right there, and he actually looked the goalie off on that one. You don't see that too often as a player takes a look, and then looks him off like he's going to pass it across the goal mouth, and he fires it under the bar. Really patient play by Flatley to do that. So you can see he gets control of it coming up the side, and he looks like he's going to pass it, looks him off, and goes short side over the glove of Evan Radovich.
That's his 5th goal of the season, Reed.
That was a nice shot. That reminds me of a couple of shots that I used to see here in this building from a guy by the name of Jake Seitz. You find that small little area on the short side as a righty, and it's just right above the glove, short side. Jake was money on that every single time. I remember watching that. He found that same spot, Flatley did.
And Flatley coming in, and Radovich will just cover up. Speaking of Jake Seitz, he's playing down in Richfield yet. He's down there with
third season of the
Minnesota Magicians.
Yep. Third season in the North American League for the Minnesota Magicians, and hopefully, this year it will be the year he turns 21, so he can't play another year, but likely have an opportunity to get some looks to play college hockey.
Puck in center ice, and it's put back in the zone off Bialke's stick. 4-2. Blue Devils have the goal here in this period to cut the deficit from 3-2. This is Kabina. Here's Irvin coming back. Pass. Puck is loose. Goaltender's down. Where is the puck? Along the far boards. It's picked up by Blake Freider. Blue Devils have really picked up their tempo
good
here.
Hustle by Eli Carlson to come out of the zone hard and back check. This is something that we did not see much of the second period at all.
Couple of Blue Devil bodies are down, and we've got a Hibbing penalty coming, and the Blue Devils are going to go on the power play. It's going to be Trevor Lehman going to the box for holding, and with 13:01 to go, here's the chance for the Blue Devils.
Well, and they've got it now where they're only two goals behind, and worst lead in hockey, especially with more than half a game left and a power play to boot. Blue Devils could be putting themselves in an okay spot, and I think it's proven that movement of putting Flatley up on that first line has created a little excitement in those guys.
Scherf lost it. Oh, Allison had a shot there. Kangas was not expecting that.
He wasn't paying attention. I don't know what he was looking at.
Blue Devils having a little trouble getting going on this power play. Kangas will drop it off for Callister. Too far for Peterson.
They're struggling on their breakout in the power play.
Here comes Scherf in the zone now. Gives it to Flatley. Another shot and a save by Radovich. Now Flatley will battle for it in the corner to the slot area, and it's picked up by Connor Willard of the Blue Jackets, and he'll just shoot it off the ice, the length of the ice. Lund on the penalty kill was in there. Kangas had to clear it away.
You know, it sure is nice to see when I watch a high school hockey game where I can still see somebody ice the puck on the penalty kill. In youth hockey, they do not allow icing
And I don't
on the penalty
understand
kill.
that.
Well, there's a reason for it, but I don't like the reason. I think it's a dumb reason. They say that in youth hockey that they want to try to improve skills and try to have teams practice possessing the puck more. But what you get is you get guys hanging onto the puck longer than they should, and they create bad habits. And in Bantams, you're going to have to change the rule the next year anyways. So all you're doing is developing bad habits. I spent the whole weekend up in Roseau coaching my Bantam team and having to watch us kill penalties, and you can't clear the puck. It's annoying.
I agree.
And that's no knock against any of our referees. That's not them who make the rules. It's Minnesota and USA Hockey that are making the rule. And honestly, there's a couple rules I don't like. I don't like that rule, and I don't like the rule of no checking in peewees. I think that's a better age for kids to learn body contact than when you're in Bantams, because the diverse level of sizes between kids is more widespread in Bantams than it is in peewees. You got kids that are 15 years old and 6'3", and then you got some kids that are 5'2" and a buck soaking wet in their gear. Pee-wees is a better place to learn checking. Just my opinion.
Here's Tiedemann picking up the puck. We're under 10.5 to play. Now Headley. Is it back to Callister? Into the attacking zone. Callister, oh, nice play by Willard from behind to lift up the stick. In behind the net, centering pass, and a save by Radovich. Timeout on the ice with 10:09 to play in our third period. This is My Nine Sports coming your way from Virginia. It's 4-2 Hibbing.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey, Mom, you know, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging. Everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
Virginia continues to put pressure on Blue Jackets. This period now starting off have been back on their heels a little bit. Lehman dumps it in deep into the Virginia end. Coming up on 9.5 minutes remaining in our third period. Hibbing with a 4-2 lead on Virginia. Teams were tied 1-1 after one. Hibbing with a 3 spot in the second. Took a 4-1 lead to the second intermission. And now Virginia with the lone goal so far. Bouncing puck. And Radovich.
Virginia getting a lot of chances there too. A couple that we missed while we were at the break there. Headley had a couple of pops at the net. One he threw in front of the net, almost hit the back of the leg of a defenseman and went in there. It almost went in. Their luck is starting to change, but we'll see what goaltending does as Evan Radovich has stood tall on a lot of these chances here this period.
Here comes Flatley into the attacking zone. Isaac Flatley, the sophomore, in behind the net. Being hounded by Nate Rude. Right near that blue line, and Hibbing will just ice the puck. And we're going to have a face-off with 8:35 to play. Let's take another timeout. 8:35 to play in our hockey game. My Nine Sports from the Miners Memorial Building on this Tuesday night.
Starkovich Distributing Company in Virginia has been a longtime Blue Devils sponsor on Channel 5 television sports and has been a big contributor to the economic climate on the Iron Range for over 70 years. Call 741-9061 when you're looking for someone to supply your beverage needs.
I didn't get my degree right out of high school, and I ended up getting married and having a few kids. My daughter, she was going through the college, she got her AA degree. She just kind of was like, hey Mom, you know, you can do it too. And the professors are really encouraging, everybody's just supportive. This May, I'm looking forward to graduation and walking with their support. My name is Desiree, and this is my Mesabi story.
Blue Devils continue to keep that forecheck, and they've got the Blue Jackets tied back up in their own end. Who's going to get the next goal? The next goal is going to be the huge one.
Well, just going to have to see if the Blue Devils get another bounce here. You know, the Blue Jackets had a couple of bounces in their really good period. One went off a skate, a lot of chances. Well, the Blue Devils going to get a bounce, or is Evan Radovich going to be on top of it? And right now, he appears to be on top of it. You know, one goal that they scored here this period by Isaac Flatley was just a really smart play, nice shot. But they're getting a lot of grinding down in the corners and a lot of pucks getting tossed to the front of Evan Radovich, and they just can't pop it in right now.
4-2 Blue Jackets, and they ice the puck. And that's not what you want late in the game now, to have another face-off in your D zone.
Well, the Blue Jackets, for whatever reason, were able to control the puck better in the second period than they are right now, and you start pressing in your own zone and just whacking it and throwing it away, you're giving up possession of the puck.
Puck sitting in center ice. Irvin could not control it. Tiedemann will grab it for Virginia. Here's Tiedemann in center ice. Puts it in the Hibbing end. Lehman shoots it along the boards up to Frieder. It'll be kept in by Tiedemann. His shot was just wide. Now Carlson from a tough angle shoots it back to this near boards. Tiedemann lets go of another shot. Oh, and it bounces up and it's grabbed by Radovich. Off his stick, right up into the glove.
Well, you know what? That's exactly what happened in the second period. You had Sanborn just throw it at the net, and it was actually going to miss the net, and it hit Lamorier's skate and went in. So you know what? If Tiedemann's just going to throw the puck at the net, maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe it'll go off someone. Maybe it'll hit the goal. It almost did.
Race is on. This is Lund trying to control it. Walks in. A shot and a save by Kangas in the Virginia net. I think that's about the first shot, really, at Kangas here in this third period. He really hasn't faced much puck. Allison wins the draw for Hibbing. A shot right on Kangas with a save. It goes up into the netting. Thursday nights, our next My9 game will be at the Hermantown Ice Arena. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks and the Hermantown Hawks. The Hawks against the Hawks.
The Hawks against the T-Hawks.
Yep.
I've promised Ann Campbell that I forever will refer to Grand Rapids as the Thunderhawks. I've made that promise. I made a bet. I made a deal. I'm not going to start talking about the old mascot. I can't anymore because I promised her.
Shot a save by Kangas. Now Flatley will grab it. Gives it off to Brendan Peterson. Flatley will control it. He's got Scherf in the middle. But a nice play by Willard of the Blue Jackets. Kept in by Peterson. It's grabbed by Cabina. To Allison. Joe Allison will just put it in. Blue Jackets will change that line.
And all the Blue Jackets have to do here for the next 6 minutes is keep the puck deep in the zone.
Oh,
keep
another
keep
save.
Possession. Continue to put that forechecking pressure on that they did the second period. Keep the physical play going. They're going to be just fine, but if they start throwing pucks away, they're going to continue to give, and especially don't give this line for Virginia time and space. You get the speed of Scherf. You get that crafty play from Brendan Peterson. They could pop another one in. They really need to control the puck here as this period wraps up. Keep it deep.
Says Kemp gets it back to Sanborn. Now it's intercepted. Rudebush walking in a shot. It was off Frieder. This is Blake and Frieder. Kemp took a whack at it. Now the puck is loose. Rudebush coming back for Virginia. Tried to go around the player. Walking in a shot by Manninen. And a save by Radovich. Oh, it was a good chance there for the Blue Devils. Now Bo Frieder will grab the puck on that pass. Gets bumped off the play by Tiedemann. We're under 5 to play. Headley off the boards up to Manninen. Manninen gives it up to Rudebush into the zone. Rudebush tries to dipsy-doodle a little bit. Maybe a little too fancy there. We got to start putting shots on the net. And we have a whistle with 4:34 to play.
Radovich standing tall right now between the pipes for the Blue Jackets. He's making the saves that he needs to make right now, Bob Conan. He's keeping them going. He's keeping them in the game. A couple of those could have trickled in. But his luck is coming from standing tall right now and working hard between the pipes.
Blue Devils go back to that first line. Likewise, the Blue Jacks. Here's a shot. Traffic in front. And Radovich is down on top of it.
Well, you definitely don't need to push and shove right now. There's no reason.
No.
It is a 4-2 game. There is bad blood between these two teams. In fact, if you go back in time a little bit to when I coached in Virginia, there was more bad blood between Virginia and Hibbing than there was between Virginia and Eveleth. And this goes back to that era of, 2005 to 2010-11, where it goes way back into that area where there was a lot of trips to the Section A finals between these two teams.
Here comes Brendan Peterson in. Radovich stands tall once again with the save. Boy, he's been phenomenal in this period.
Absolutely. Absolutely fantastic between the pipes. And a great play here to get the puck out, and good speed by Brendan Peterson, but have a little bit of patience when you got a hot goalie. You better find a way to use that pad pass when you got somebody going wide to the net.
Coming away with it is Blake Frieder of the Blue Jackets. 4 minutes to play in our final period. Hibbing with a 2-goal lead on Virginia. Blue Devils trying to break out. They do get it back in the neutral ice. This is Bo Frieder. He goes down. Here comes a Virginia penalty. Just what you didn't need at this time.
No, and all Hibbing really needs to do is just hang on to the puck. It's nice to try and boost your statistics on the power play and pop another one in. But they don't need to. They need to possess the puck.
3:43 to play, power play time for the Blue Jackets. This is a big penalty kill now for Virginia.
It is, but like I said, all they really need to do is just hang on to the puck.
Here's Lund. Gives it over to Frieder. That's Bo Frieder. Allison. Back to Frieder. In the middle is Willard. And the Blue Devils will just clear it out. This is Kabina putting it in for Hibbing. Nemnich will fire it to length of the ice. It goes right on Radovich. Manninen after it. Oh, he almost got there ahead of Lund. Now Frieder's pass a little bit behind Willard. Carries it into the attacking zone. Power play here is Lund walking right on front. Boy, the goaltender was down out of position. And it's fired the length of the ice. And the save we made. We'll take a break. We've got 2:56 to play. 1:14 on the power play. This is My 9 Sports from the Brie Cupoletti Arena in Virginia.
So hopefully about a couple of those guys. You got some talent on the back end.
Well, there's a few of them. We've got puck clears the zone. This is Will Trunkline, puts it right in 6 or something. The team settled down.
Yeah, they settled down a little bit. Maybe got into their groove.
Well, just as we took a timeout for the action, the Hibbing Blue Jackets have taken their one allotted timeout. Virginia still has a timeout, and we know they'll probably take a timeout likewise. Pretty entertaining hockey game. Reed, you got some score updates. I think we had 8 or 9-0. Duluth Marshall defeated Ely tonight.
Well, and last that I checked, and I can go back onto my Twitter feed here, but last that I checked, we had Hermantown was up 4-1 on Duluth East. That was after the second period. We'll see what we got here from my good friend on Twitter, Carl East. It's 5-1. 5-1 I'm hearing. 5-1 Hawks right now. 15:24 left in the third. Plant just popped another one in. Zam Plant is just dominating the state of Minnesota right now as a sophomore for the Hawks. Grand Rapids is obviously still up with a pretty big lead. We'll dig up for that score when we get a second.
Reed, I was talking to one of the coaches down in Hermantown, and they said there was 5 NHL scouts watching the Virginia Hermantown game in Hermantown last week, watching number 27, Zam Plant.
Well, that's pretty good for a sophomore. You can have 5 NHL scouts. I will throw my bias in there a little bit and brag a little bit for Jack Peart. When they were down in Hill Murray, they had their game against Hill Murray. Grand Rapids was down there, and across the rink from them, there was over 25 scouts across the rink watching from the NHL.
Wow.
Future, probably first, maybe second round draft pick, Jack Peart. So we got some NHL prospects in Section 7. So I got this from another one over East. The score 5-1. Hermantown had 45 shots. East had 14 shots.
Shows you how good that Hermantown team is. We got 2 minutes to play in our hockey game. 20 seconds remain on this Hibbing power play. 4-2 Blue Jackets. This is Nemanich. Long pass, or he just shoots it a length of the ice. They'll run out the final seconds on this Hibbing power play.
Well, the last update on the Grand Rapids Brainerd is still 6-2, but they actually show what the shots are now. The shots are Grand Rapids 38 and Brainerd with only 8 shots in 2 periods. And they have 2 goals and 8 shots, so must have been a couple of good scoring opportunities because Wyatt Pilkington usually doesn't give up very many.
Here's a pass deflected away, and Babbage will grab the puck. 70 seconds remain in our hockey game. Puck is loose in center ice, and Fink will put it in. That Blue Devil net. We'll wait to see if Kangas is going to leave. 1 minute remaining. Here comes Rudabush. The Virginia net is empty. Rudabush gets taken off the play by Allison. Empty net in the Blue Devil end. Comes back to the point. Here is Mannon and puts a shot towards the net. Deflected high over the top, and we have a whistle, and they're going to bring the face-off all the way back in the Virginia end. It must have been a Blue Devil that deflected it.
Looks like it's coming right outside the blue line here. Went off a Blue Devil stick in front of the net. So pretty crucial face-off for the Blue Devils to win, and I would imagine you're going to see a timeout here for the Blue Devils.
Yep, they just took it. They get their one allotted timeout. We've got 42.8 seconds remaining on the clock. Again, a reminder, Thursday night, Reed and I will be at the Hermantown Ice Arena as My Nine Sports will be covering the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks and the Hermantown Hawks in boys hockey action. The Halloween machine, as my good friend Denny Baggage says. The Halloween machine.
That goes back to the 70s, Bob.
Yep,
That's back into the 75 state championship for Grand Rapids, 76 state championship, and it stuck when they won again in 1980. And then they didn't win a state championship again until 2017.
Yep.
So between 1980 and 2017, and here I am talking about it, but I could go up to the press box and sit next to Mike Surdich and hear more about it because Mike Surdich was on the staff in 1995 or 1975
Yep.
and 1976. And then, of course, he and Gus Hendrickson were gone already and down to UMD taking over the Bulldogs program when Buzzy Christensen was the head coach in 1980. And so Jim Nelson was in the mix there as well, coaching with those guys. Lynn Ellingson was in there coaching with those guys. It was one heck of a coaching staff, and that's really was started by way back in the day by Gus Hendrickson. That's where the tradition kind of started. Of course, Cliff Kalpe was one of the big guys starting the program way back when. The rink is actually named after him, but Gus Hendrickson really got the program pumping and running in Grand Rapids. And right by his side was our good friend Mike Surdich.
Here we go after the timeout. Virginia net is empty. Rudebush tries to control it. Coming into the attacking zone. Scherf then gets hit. Here's a shot, was wide of the mark. Callister will put a shot towards the net, deflected. Goes to the back wall. 20 seconds to go in our hockey game. Now the puck is in that corner. We're down to 15. A lot of bodies. Hibbing is going to beat the Blue Devils tonight. Bodies all over the ice now. Here's a shot from Flatley. Was just wide. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the hockey game is over. And Hibbing has defeated the Virginia Blue Devils by a score of 4-2. What an entertaining hockey game here at the Brie Cupoletti Arena. Once again, our final score, Hibbing 4, Virginia 2. Stay tuned. Reed and I will come back. We'll recap the scoring in the third period, final thoughts, and we'll get ready for Thursday night's matchup in Hermantown. And welcome back to the empty Brie Cupoletti Arena. The crowd has already made their way out. The limited crowd that we are allowed to have due to this COVID, and the place is pretty empty. Just a few people left in here. Let's recap the statistics. Virginia had 4 penalties tonight, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third for 8 minutes. Hibbing with 1 double minor in the first and 1 2-minute penalty in the second. Shots in a hockey game, or saves, I should say. Ian Kangas with 7, 15, and 9 for 31. And Evan Radovich had 5, 5, and 10 for a game total of 20. We'll recap the scoring, then we'll show you the third period goal. First period, Peterson scored for Virginia, his 5th at 6:50. Bo Freider tied it at 10:19. Our first period ended 1-1. Second period belonged to Hibbing. 7:34, Connor Woolley scored his 6th of the season to make it 2-1. Then 11 seconds into the power play, Joe Ellison scored to give Hibbing a 3-1 lead. And then 11:15, Eric Sandburn from the point with a blast off a Blue Devil player in front to make it 4-1. We move to the third period, and the Blue Devils, Isaac Flatley scored a beautiful goal, and we'll show you how that one looked.
Yeah, nice little battle along the boards that you see. Ryan Scherf here takes the hit to make the play. but a nice little pump forward. Isaac Flatley takes this, and it's kind of a 2-on-1. He looks off the goalie and fires it under the bar. Short side over the glove of Evan Radovich, and a nice play and a nice grouping of momentum there. Lots of shots to the net that period, Bob. Lots of opportunities, but Evan Radovich really kind of took that period away and called it his. The Blue Devils just couldn't find the net again the rest of the night.
So the Blue Devils will fall to 4-4 in the season, 4-2 in the section. Meanwhile, Hibbing goes to 4-2-1 overall. They are now 4-1-1 in Section 7. Both teams will be playing Greenway, Nashua, Keewatin to round out this week. Thursday night, the Blue Devils will be going over there, while Greenway will be coming to Hibbing on Friday night. Our next telecast is going to be Thursday. Reed, before we talk about that, well, we'll talk about that when we get down there, but just your final thoughts on what happened here tonight.
Well, we'll have enough to talk about on Thursday night. Like you said, hopefully we get everything set up so that everything, so we have enough time to talk about and preview what we're going to see Thursday. But let's wrap this game up here tonight. Virginia really kind of lost that period in the second period, and I guess I shouldn't word it that way. Hibbing won it in the second period. They really took over the physical momentum in that second period, dominating, getting shots to the net. The one power play really kind of gave them that boost of energy and boost of momentum, and then a little bit of luck to pop in that fourth one off the skate of Lamourier, and they really just kind of hung on for dear life in the third period because Virginia started to come back, put the heat on. Coach Finseth decided to make a little bit of movement by putting Flatley up on that first line with Scherf and Peterson, and it really kind of got them sparked, but just opportunity after opportunity to the net. But the real hero in the third period was Evan Radovich to stand tall to keep it at 4-2 and a big win. And keeping it going, and happy for Coach Eric Rewerts that he's getting good things going back in Hibbing again. It's really good to see.
Okay, that'll do it from the Brie Couplet Arena. We want to thank our cameras, Terry Hardica, Darwin Alder, and Rod Lundstrom, for Reed Larson helping me with the commentating, and for Steve Rockla down in the truck, and John back at KBGR. I'm Bob Cohn. Once again, our final score tonight, it was Hibbing 4 and Virginia 2. We'll see you Thursday night from the Hermantown Ice Arena.